Let's move on to Bill Burr, who was on Club Random with Bill Maher, and they obviously, why not, got into a conversation about the pro-Palestinian demonstrations on campuses around the country. Lest you think we weren't watching Aaron Rodgers on Joe Rogan, or on Tucker Carlson's show yesterday. He did weigh in on the Cuba policy of Alan Dulles, and accurately, by the way. That was a historic first. I think the first former Green Bay Packers quarterback to go after Alan Dulles. Triumph for him. So the podcast universe is thriving, and Bill Burr is a part of that wonderful ecosystem. And Bill Maher, this went pretty viral. I think got kind of owned by Bill Burr here. Let's take a watch.
You don't realize that college campuses erupted with the kids demonstrating for Hamas? They are in with the terrorists.
They were for the Palestinians.
Well, it's sort of the same cause. Why, are you?
I'm on the side of the kids.
Yeah, that's easy to say. You know, no one wants to see kids dead. This is a war.
That was very brave of you to say that.
This is a war. No, I'm the one who was actually brave on this.
Pat yourself on the back.
It's easy to say I'm for the kids. Who's not for the kids?
Well,
it comes down to real hard-nosed decisions. Like a country.
Stop talking like you're a general.
A country got attacked. Israel got attacked.
I'm not saying that they didn't have a right to go back. I'm just sitting there going like, how do I look at what?
We're the only country in the world that they get attacked, and then as soon as they counterattack, it's like, well, we got to stop this shit now. Don't attack them. There's a very simple solution to all this problem in the Middle East. Stop attacking Israel.
Hey, you
Stop
just solved
attacking
it.
Israel.
You just solved it.
I actually did.
There you go. That's fantastic.
Anyway.
All right.
We don't need to get onto that.
Let's go to Russia and the Ukraine. How do you solve that one, Bill? Let me hear your hard-nosed decision about that. Well, let me ask you a question. How is war still legal? With all this shit that's been canceled.
Legal.
Why is that still fucking legal?
Would you like a real answer to that? Because for something to be illegal, you have to have the capacity to enforce it. And you can't enforce against war, or else you have to go to war with the country that's going to war. And we don't want to go to war with Russia over Ukraine. What would be the sense of making it illegal? Oh, that's really going to stop Putin. No. To stop people from going to war, you have to also put boots.
You can't sit down and talk it out. Why can't Putin do a podcast with the head guy? Like, you just solved the Middle East on a podcast. Why can't they solve what they're doing on a podcast?
This is why this is not your thing.
Make some hard-nosed decisions.
It's
not your thing. It's what you...
It is my thing.
It isn't your thing.
This is not your thing.
You're like that guy that has a fantasy football team and thinks he's a fucking GM.
No.
That's exactly what it is. Like, why am I fucking listening to you like you've done something? What have you done in Washington? Nothing.
That is a great point. Bill Maher saying,
really
this
brutal.
is my thing. That's your thing. You're just getting high and like mouthing off.
I was going to say, yes, which is really your thing.
But it would be like me saying that I'm some expert on this. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, you regularly have covered, you've been there, you've interviewed people, it qualifies.
Yeah.
But I feel like Bill Maher here really has celebrity syndrome, where he doesn't realize how poorly he's coming across when he's sort of in this very patronizing way, like verbally patting Bill Burr on the head and saying, I got this, don't worry about it, my thing. Your opinion counts as less because I'm a talk show host.
There was an interesting window into Bill Maher's mind for a moment there, where Bill Burr says, I'm with the kids. Mm-hmm. Bill Maher had just said the kids are supporting Hamas or whatever,
right?
And they're protesting. Bill Burr was referring to the college kids.
Yeah.
Because Bill Maher had just said the kids.
Right.
Bill Maher's mind, in his mind, he thinks he's saying that I'm with the kids who are being slaughtered by Israel.
That's how I interpreted too.
That Bill Maher's mind went to the kids being slaughtered.
Right.
And then said, I'm the courageous one because I'm okay with the kids being slaughtered because I understand in a hard-headed world that there is no other choice than slaughtering all these kids, was fascinating and
Maybe he was
dark.
Just really high.
Well, yeah, clearly, but that's a window into he's high most of the time.
Yeah.
So it's like a philosophical question about which Bill Maher mind exists, and I would say if you're high more than half the time, then it's the high one.
I also found that interesting because they were in a conversation directly about the kids on college campuses. They had both used the word kids in relation to the kids on college campuses. And as soon as Bill Burr said that, Bill Maher, like the switch flipped and he jumped on Bill Burr from, oh, you say you're with the Palestinian children. But Bill Burr then going back and just driving the knife further with that last comment about what have you done in Washington?
Why am I listening to you? It is a very good question. Like, why on earth? I mean, because it's funny, I guess, to watch these two people, hopefully. But yeah, like him pretending like him saying like, this is my thing and it's not yours. Like, get out of here.
I actually think one of the great benefits of the podcast ecosystem, especially in comedy, has been the ascension of like the everyman take on politics. That's like amplified more than it had been in the past.
Aaron Rodgers and Joe Rogan yesterday, right?
Great, Tucker Carlson. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers is like a great everyman example. And he even kind of talked about that on the podcast.
Tucker and Joe Rogan,
But it's, I mean, like, again, part of the problem with media is the excessive gatekeeping. It doesn't mean that, comedians spouting off about politics or celebrities spouting off about politics, it doesn't mean that it's always right, but sometimes those casual conversations are actually pretty interesting because you get Bill Maher then to like almost literally, like you could see he wanted to lean over. I think he did even lean over and like touch him, like pat him on the head and be like, it's okay, Bill, don't worry, I got this.
And so,
I got this.
And nobody's actually in their heart against gatekeeping. They just want to let different people through the gate. Like I want to let Bill Burr through and tell Bill Maher, sorry, your card's been deactivated. You can't come through this gate. So, yeah.
I'll let Aaron Rodgers through the gate if he wants to talk about Alan Dulles.
There you go.
Come on through. Let's do it. We'll have that conversation. But anyway, it's occasionally very fun.
It is.
Hey, if you liked that video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Breaking Points.
If you want to see the rest of Counterpoints, go to breakingpoints.com to become a premium member and get the full uncut show every morning in your inbox and on Spotify.
Help us build independent news and get the full show every morning at breakingpoints.com.